Mm. Mm.
Okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Triumph Life. This is our weekly Tai Chi class on Wednesdays, but this morning we're going to just have a conversation with Shaka Georges about Tai Chi and what Tai Chi is. So, Shaka, if you would just share maybe a little bit of your background and teaching, learning about Tai Chi first, and then we'll just have a conversation about and what are the techniques, what's the principles behind Tai Chi, etc.
Okay, sounds good to me. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to edition of Tai Chi for everyday life. So, how I got into Tai Chi is maybe because I can't say by accident, but I've been in the martial arts all my life. And at the latest stage of my life, I was practicing a martial art called capoeira. That was in my 30s. But capoeira is if you're not familiar with that type of Afro-Brazilian martial art, it's cartwheel, it's somersaults, it's very physical. So after each class, I my muscles, everything about my body were hurting, and that's why somebody would come and practicing Tai Chi in order to loosen up the body to be able to do all this other stuff, because the whole idea of Tai Chi is to uh, loosen up the tendon, the ligaments, and the joints. When practiced properly, it can be a great health advantage, because when combined with the breath, when combined with relaxation, Tai Chi can give you a full body workout by just doing the movement alone, the deep breathing and the standing meditation and the stretching. You get?
Mhm.
So the whole, like, why do we practice? So as we get old, I tell all my students that as we get older, like, the idea is that the body becomes uh kind of slow down, right?
Time just slows down.
Kind of slow down, because there's a lot of part of the body that we don't not even know aware of, because we take everything for granted. So with Tai Chi, we learn to pay attention to our body, you know, by by doing the exercise and stretching each part of the body, of the joint, the tendon, the ligaments. So that's why most people have a problem with when they wake up in the mornings. Sometimes you're feeling tight. That means that your ligaments, your tendons are tight. You need to stretch them out. Not so much the muscle, but the tendon and the ligaments. So with Tai Chi, when we move in a kind of relaxed way, and we do some turning and twisting that way. All of that, all the move in order to loosen up the tendon and ligament, also to align the body. Um, Posture become very, very important part of our life, because sometimes we do not. Sorry. sometimes we're not aware how we carry ourselves. We crouch, right? When we sit, we're crouching, and when we walk, we kind of slump over. So when practicing Tai Chi, we pay more attention to the body and how it feels. We become more aware if we have any tension, and if we have any pain in one part of the body, we become more aware of that. That way, we know that that part of the body need to be loosened up. So we start to do the movement and stretch it out, and just learn to tense tense the part of the body and relax it. So therefore, we become more aware of relaxation when we are in a tense state. That way, we can focus on more on relaxing the body. Mm.
So you talk, I hear you use expressions like the form, um, and there are different, is it different forms or different movements in Tai Chi? And just talk a little bit about that for a moment.
Mhm.
Joanne, we haven't seen you in a minute, so hope you've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I helped a friend move a few weeks ago, and I overdid it. I was carrying heavy bags, and from time to time I get intense pain.
Elbow.
I don't know if it's a rotator cuff problem, but also I can hear
When you
the,
move your arm, yeah.
I can hear the whatever that
Snapping.
the cartilage is.
Oh,
Yeah, in both arms.
wow, wow. Can you hear us okay, Shaka?
Yes, I can hear you.
How you
Right.
doing, Chuck?
I'm well, thank you. How are you? I was just thinking about you. I said we haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, you've been, trying to, you know, even to try to loosen up the shoulders by rotating in and out. Yeah, to loosen it up. Right. Yeah. And just don't raise it too much. Don't do this. Right.
Okay.
Just the arm. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when you raise the arm, you put undue pressure on the shoulder blades and everything else. But if the shoulders relax, like we were saying, the whole thing about Tai Chi, wherever you're at, whatever you do, just if you practice in a relaxed mode, you have a better chance of recovery, or also not hurting yourself, right? So you can also find your mobility will increase a little by little,
Okay.
and when we say the form, there's different form of Tai Chi, but Tai Chi have the every form of Tai Chi have the what I call same principles of breath relaxation and body alignment, and attention.
Breath, relaxation, body alignment, and attention.
Attention, right? We use the breath as we inhale, we contract. Well, as a guideline, we contract as we inhale, as we exhale, we extend. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, right? And that way we don't use any muscle tension. So everything I do is within my range. I'm not overextending, right? Everything I do, I'm not doing this or not doing that. It's just within my range. I can just relax. So the shoulders are relaxed, the wrists are relaxed coming in. As I come in, they drop. As I push, they come up. So everything is within my reach of motion. And paying attention to how, like, if I'm pushing this way. That means that my wrist, everything is stretching out. But if I push, I just slightly raise my fingers. That way, that pushing motion. You can feel that pushing motion there. And also, it's not pushing with my arm, it's just extending. Not really pushing, but just extending. So every movement, when we say ward off right, so that's one of the postures, right? The hands are like this, but my hand stays where it's at, but I turn my body, right? My arms not over here, always to the side, right? We turn my range of motion. Yeah. So, so that's why we have to be careful when practice not to overextend, right? Not to overextend because everything is that's why I can turn. That's where my torso can turn. So that's where I stay. Right? As I come back, when I drop my hands, I just let them float naturally. Right? As I turn, if I'm turning to the left, right, I turn my torso. The hand just follow through. Right? So therefore, and if I'm pulling, if I'm pulling, I'm just bending at the elbow. You see, it's just that that stays over here. Nothing else move. I'm just pulling at the elbow, right? It's just that. Yeah, that's it. So that's where paying attention how relaxed or tense you are, right? Pulling at the elbow, and I'm pushing also. When I push, right, I'm just shifting my weight forward a little bit that way. Again, not overextending. Nothing is locked. Elbows are not locked. Wrists are not locked. Shoulders are not locked. Everything just within that relaxed mode right here. And if I can go right here, that's fine. If I can extend right here, that's fine. But without the shoulders, are always stays relaxed. So from here, and then the switch is just everything is always right. From here, if I'm pushing like this, the wrist just turn like that. So
So it's the movement or the energy is from the elbows down, it's not from the shoulder strength.
it's not from the shoulder. The idea that you have to that the energy flow to the arms because if you tense the shoulder, you stop the energy from flowing. Then you start using muscle, right? So that's undue strain on your shoulders and elbows because the idea is that if I'm if I'm exhaling, I want to feel the energy coming over here and to the palm of the hand, right? If I'm like this, my shoulders are like this, everything's locked. The energy is not moving, you know. Um, tendon, ligament, everything is tight. I just want to let it drop and breathe and stay with it. So that's why when we practice single posture, we stand, we take one of the postures in the form and we stand with it and just and feel our body. Excuse me for a minute. Yeah. So we just stand. If I'm doing the ward off, I stay over here and I breathe into it, right? I first I check my shoulders, make sure my shoulders are relaxed, right? Chest. The idea is that you want to open up your chest to have a full breath, right? Just that, and we stay with the posture, and then you just learn. That's how we learn to relax our shoulders. Let the shoulders go. Let the shoulder drop, and just breathe, and just focus your mind on the palm of your hand, and feel the energy in the palm of the hands as we hold. And just breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Pay attention to the shoulder. Make sure the shoulder is not locked or tight. Just breathe in And just feel the energy into the palm of the hand. Relax the shoulders. Let the shoulders go. Drop. And just breathe. When you're done, just take a deep breath in and just relax. Let the hand drop to the side. Yeah.
I think it's a learning process or unlearning process to use energy versus muscle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're so used to using muscle and rather than energy.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. Even when you practice the whole form, you want to be as relaxed as possible. You know, if doing any posture you find yourself getting tight, right? If you're paying attention to, you can just relax into it. You know, so it's an art of finding the flow. You know, instead of using tension to extend and contract, it's just finding the flow. It's just finding that, because if I'm moving, if my hands over here, right, I'm moving my torso this way, the hands follow, because I don't have to do this. That's using using muscle to just control it. But if I do this, you know, everything just follow, right? So yeah, yeah. So just moving my upper torso, doing that, right? So as I inhale, right, I exhale, right, and move. Yeah, right. To inhale, exhale, come back. It's just that. The wrist just flows with it, yeah, right. As I come in, as I push, as I come in, the wrist, naturally goes back because I'm doing this. See, so if I push in, right, the other way. If I'm coming in, the palm is out. Yeah. So is this as I turn, right? Naturally, the palm collapse,
Okay.
right? So here. So it's like a fan. See this? Yeah. So I am moving, not my elbow, but just my body. The hands stay where it's at. This is like a flag flowing in the wind, right? Yeah. 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 So as I come in, the wrist collapse, the wrist open up. As I turn, the wrist collapse. Inhaling and exhaling. Right? Yeah. So, and the same thing goes when we go up and down. So my two hands, the top hand, the fingers are pointing down because I'm going up. So it's that way. Bottom hand, fingers are going down. So therefore the wrist drop. So it's just that. Yeah. As you come up, drop the wrist. You coming up, drop the wrist. Just that. Yeah. So that's one way we practice relaxation. You know, it's a natural movement up and down, and then I would go in and out with both hands like a butterfly wings. You know, as I open, my palm is facing me, so I'm open up, right? As I close, the palm's facing out. Yeah, butterfly wings. When I open up, yeah, my palm is facing me. I'm like this, so I'm open up. I'm opening up the chest. I'm breathing in, right? As I close, I collapse. Sis, the wrist just collapse in. Yeah, that. Yeah. Relax the shoulders and just when you open the chest, the arms open up. When you collapse the chest, the arm comes in. Mm, okay. Yeah. Keep going. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, plug in now. What the hell, for people? So
So you've been doing Tai Chi for a while also, right?
okay, the phone gotta go.
You started practicing it because it just was,
Um, because I, I like it, it's relaxing, and, I've seen people doing it over the years. Said, okay, I'm in my, I need to be able to do something.
yeah, stay out.
Okay. So that's the idea of, like I said, that's also Tai Chi. People think that Tai Chi is the form. Tai Chi is it's not the form itself. You know, Tai Chi is the whole combination of the idea is finding the flow, being able to relax in motion, right? Being able to for the body to be fully relaxed in motion, and also being able to harness energy and release, right?
To relax in motion, for the body to be able to relax in motion. I think that's
Yeah,
very important and key, because I know for myself in motion, um, there's usually a level of tension there in
yeah,
motion. So learning how to relax in motion is where you move from using the muscles, which I think is what's become tense, to um, allowing the energy to flow and just being aware of your body in a more intentional way, I think.
yeah. Because that's so you gain a better awareness of the body itself. You know, because if anything arises, any pain or tension, then you can sense that before it becomes a problem. You know, you learn to relax it also by doing the exercise, the form. You learn to stretch it, work through it. Because if you have a pain somewhere and you know you stay there, don't do anything about it, it's only going to get worse, right? But when you work through it, you loosen it up. You allow the either the muscle, the ligament to loose up, right? Then eventually it'll lessen. You know.
That was the next thing I was going to ask you, because you're, Tai Chi discovering the healer within. What is it, or how is it that we're able to use Tai Chi as a tapping into the inner healer?
Well, the practice itself is being mindful, right? So therefore, by being mindful, you allow the body. to regenerate, to heal itself. Because if you remove all the stress and tension on the body, if you got a cut, right, and you know nothing about it, but the cut will heal itself. Eventually, you have scab, right? So the body is able to regenerate, to heal itself, but we do not give the body enough time to regenerate because we always tense, always stress, always. So we're putting all this undue pressure on the body itself. So therefore, it never have the time to just go to its natural process. You know. So by doing the practice, right, we learn to relax, right? We learn to not so much be forceful in our daily lives, but we learn to somewhat flow, right? Even when we practice the walking meditation, because like I told you guys, sometimes people are walking and you can hear them coming a mile away, you know.
Yeah.
To take all the tension, all because when you hit the floor like that, it reverbs all hips, all to your body. So, but when we learn to flow with the Tai Chi motion, we learn to step mindfully.
I
You
want to just pull up a chair. Yeah, that is so funny because there's someone that I know. She's about 5'2" and a lot smaller than me. Um, just pull over here so you can be on camera. And but when she walks, it's like the whole floor shakes. I'm like, how does this little person create such boom boom in the floor? But it's I think she walks with this fast stride, and I think it's a lot of tension built in
tension,
the body.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess you said,
a lot of tension. People works like this always tight.
yeah,
So therefore, the body really it never get a chance to relax. You
yeah.
know, even some people when they're sleeping, they not relax because their mind's going, everything's going on. So the body, if you look at it, the body really never get a chance to relax because the mind's always involved in something, right? The mind's always involved in something. So therefore, as the mind get involved, uh, it creates electrical um, electrical current to our body. So therefore, whatever we're thinking about, whatever it is, even it's something that happened 10 years ago, it still creates that negative electrical charge in your body. So therefore, you still hold it in, right? You still hold it in because wherever the mind goes, positive or negative, it's up to you. You can choose how you feel. You know, you can be sick and be real sick, or you can be sick and then try to work. Try to have a mindset that instead of sick mindset, you have a healthy mindset. So therefore, you do things that will promote that health, that will create that positive energy into the body, right? So
So we were just having, we were a little late getting started, so we decided to just have a conversation about Tai Chi with Shaka. And then we were doing some, leading us through some motion sitting down.
yeah.
Because what was it with your
Your
elbow?
shoulder,
Your
yeah.
shoulder. You've been having some trouble with the shoulder and the motion. So we just give us some techniques for that.
So wherever you are, you can practice. Yeah, no, it have to be the form, but the concept of Tai Chi itself, relax, move, motion. So like I said, when I'm moving, I'm not moving like this. I'm not there's pressure over here. This put a lot of pressure. This put a lot of pressure, right? But if I'm naturally, right, there's no pressure on the shoulders at all. There's no pressure on the elbow joints, right? Because the elbow is naturally aligned, right? I'm not doing that. So therefore, I'm not using the extensor and contractors of the muscle themselves. So therefore, they become right. This becomes this, just that, naturally, right? Even up and down, everything is natural. So in Tai Chi, I tell people when you're doing it, even if you're doing a single posture, just try to find the flow, right? Try to find the flow because you don't want to be tense. It defeats the purpose of the practice itself. You do not want to be tense. You know, you want to be practice where you're at, not trying to just because somebody can go all the way back. That means that you have to be all the way back, right? Because if I'm here, I can do this, but you don't have to do this, right? Eventually, the goal is to be able to get as much flexibility as possible. But if I'm here, that's fine. You know that's why there's so many Tai Chi forms and different Tai Chi because it depends on the person who's practicing it, right? Depends on your frame and depends your ability, right? Because if I'm reaching up, if I have a problem with my shoulder, right, I, I go as far uh it can go, right, and then after that I try to go a little bit more that way without it being too painful. So that's where I can extend my range. Eventually, I can just do this, right? So that's the whole practice with the form. Again, like I said, going back to the form, you know, I can be sitting watching TV and I can just turn, right? Turn, right? Turn, you know. So, but the things that it's not my arm that's doing it, right? It's the yeah, right. My arm just as it come that way, I just drop and then I push forward. That's the push. Again, inhale, open up the shoulders. You won't get the full breath to get air, and exhale and just come forward. Let the arms go. Yeah. As I come forward, my arm, see the arm just gently come. So this is the wrist drop. It's just that. Yeah. So as I push forward from here, right? As I push, my wrist is dropping, so that brings because that brings my hands up from here. That right. So as I push, yeah, 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 and come back, open up, exhale, push forward. Right. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So when it comes to using Tai Chi in your everyday life, if I'm let's say I'm sweeping the floor, right? Most people, if you ever sweep, do this, right? But if I do this, my hands says the same way. So I'm working that torso. I'm turning, right? I'm turning. Also doing the dishes. I tell people when you do the dishes, you're trying to, but if you just roll with it, right? That's the practice also. You know, not everybody does that, but if I just you know whatever I'm doing, I use the principle of Tai Chi and I put it in everything I do. You know, and that's why I tell people that's why I really emphasize learning the foundation. The foundation, relaxation, breath, body alignment, you know. And also most important, spirit. when I say using spirit to move, because I put spirit in terms of intention and attention. You know, intention means that if I'm moving forward, so my intention is to move forward, right? So my intention would be where does the movement starts, right? So if I'm just pushing with my arm, right, I'm just pushing with my arm. So that's muscle. But if I'm just trying to push forward, you know, from here, starting from here, right, extending elbow, and then until it reaches the shoulders and the waist. That's where I pay attention to the movement itself. Right. Questions?
No, I definitely recognize that one, it's becomes like a way of being and not just something that in terms of focusing on movement and being aware of the body and the breath is a way of living, a way of being, and not just something that you do in practice. But it also, for me, it is um, clicking it in the brain or the mind, like riding a bicycle or learning how to drive. Once you have it, you don't think about it anymore. When you're first learning how to ride a bike, you're tense and you're struggling for balance. And
Yeah.
afterward, it's just, you're not even thinking about the balancing. It's just
Right.
become in a sense. So I think it's like that. It's getting to that place where it is becomes a part of you, where you're not so into here, and it's just maybe in the body, you're able to relax and just do it. It's getting to that body.
And that is the practice. You know, the more you practice, the better you become at it.
What is it? The perfect practice.
Practice make perfect. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice make perfect. You know.
Practicing for a while, right?
Yeah, he's been practicing.
A long time.
Yeah.
But
Practice for a number.
and do you find that it's now with you more like the riding the bike kind of thing, that it's more natural, or you
You're doing it right now.
She,
That's it, right?
she's moving. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm doing it now.
right without thinking about it?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Second nature.
So that becomes second nature. That's what I was looking for. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a practice. Then you don't have to think about it, and it's not even instinctive. It just become part of you. You know, just to become aware of your body, yourself, your mind, where your mind's taking you, and how the body's feeling. Mm. That's why we practice, basically. You know, there's no, because I tell you, there's no such thing as mastery. You know, there's no such thing as mastery, because we call people masters because they know they know more than us. But even the great masters, they don't consider them master, because there's no such thing as mastery, because as you move on with time, spaces, things change. You have to adapt, and that's the master. You become master of change, right? So every time something else presents itself, you have to adapt to it, learn it, and then learn it very well, and move on.
I
Mhm.
think what I want to just share with our community, and those that may be watching this now at a later point, is that whatever age or stage you're at in life, that I think Tai Chi can benefit you, whether you are you're an elderly person who is not that mobile, maybe even use a walker or a wheelchair, sitting down like we were doing, you can still find some benefit in Tai Chi. I have a family member that had a stroke a few years ago, and it's been a slow process coming back, able to walk, but on a cane, and limited mobility, not nowhere near where he was, but even in that, state, that you can still find some benefit, I think, in the breathing and the movement. That's why I like this. You don't have to be fit and, really healthy and, like some of the
Athletic,
workout,
yeah.
athletic, yeah.
Yeah.
So wherever you're at, whatever your situation, I think you can find some benefit. And using the techniques and practicing Tai Chi. That's
Yeah.
what.
And also it can be very powerful because the idea is if I move, that hair is relaxed, right? My hair is relaxed, right? And then if I want to hit somebody, that, right? So I release the energy at the last minute, you know. From here, I'm gathering, right? And then, right, boom.
That Shaka, that sounds like my mama's 10.
that,
Never saw it coming.
that backhand can be deadly. If you don't duck or run away, that backhand can be deadly. What?
Definitely.
you know,
A little Tai Chi, I guess.
you know, those of us who grew up in that era, we know very well.
Yes.
And that's the thing. They don't even think twice about it. It just comes instinctively.
Yes.
That's the
Definitely.
whole idea.
Yeah, unforgettable encounter.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tai Chi. Any comments?
Well, you're new. The backdrop there is beautiful. Where you are.
Oh, thank you. That's why I get away to get away from the concrete jungle because where I'm at, it's like
Jungle.
a little out of the way in the countryside, you know, and got flowers everywhere, got trees everywhere. You know.
Beautiful,
Well, we might have to consider coming up there.
right?
There you go. We can have a weekend Tai Chi seminar.
We have to talk about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, have
Yeah.
some of the trees and the greenery and everything. There's extra chi, there's extra energy.
Oh yeah, definitely. It helps because you need to connect with nature. You need to get away because there's some areas I cannot function because the energy is so heavy. You know, so you don't even want to breathe the air because that's why you always you're holding on, right? So that's why I take a walk in the park. Go somewhere where you can just let all that go. Like I said, let the body relax because the body will do its job if we let it. If we let it, you know, if we let it, don't put anything any block that'll block it. Don't put anything. If you have a pain, and then people. I wake up in the morning. If I feel like I'm catching a cold, I work out because I want to sweat it out. I want to raise my body energy so it be able to fight anything that's coming in. So everything. If I feel I recently, I tell everybody I thought I was invincible until I hurt my back. Okay. I say okay, but the idea is ever since then I say okay. Now I need to stretch. I need to focus more on my lower back and stretch it out. So every morning I wake up, I stretch it out. Until the pain left. Because I know some people who have lower back pain, it stays with them for a very long time. But whenever something gets overstretched, so whenever something gets done, like I said, mostly is the tendon and the ligament, right? And also the fascia when there's disconnection between that layer, that layer between the skin and the bones and the muscles. Whenever there's a disconnection in there, so energy doesn't flow. So it's up to us to just stretch it out little by little without make it worse until we can it can heal itself. And that's why I said discovering the healer within to Tai Chi and Qigong, you know, helps you to not only the body but also your mind, because you learn to focus more, you learn to be more relaxed, you know, and you learn to not to let the other things dictate how you're feeling. Mm. And that's the whole thing.
Well, thank you, Shaka. If you want to
Uh,
just close us out in a sitting motion.
sure. All right. So, but you guys see in the front of the chair, back straight, you know, feet flat on the floor. You can put your hands on the knees for the time being. Relax the shoulders, relax the chest, just relax the stomach. And right now, let's do from stomach breathing. As you breathe in, focus your breath into your stomach, push it out, breathe out, bring it all the way back in like a bellow. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take the palm of the hand, palm facing up, relax shoulders, open up the chest, but don't drop it. Chest open, up. We're gonna inhale, bring the elbows up, not the shoulders, but just this. Turn the palms down, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Bring the hands to the side, palm facing out. As we inhale, we're gonna bring the hands up on top of the head. We're gonna turn the palms down. We're gonna exhale, we're gonna push everything all the way down to the ground. Inhale, exhale, inhale one more time. Hands on top, bring the palms together, drop the elbows. You know, we like the shoulder, just drop the elbows. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, you just bow out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, just hold it there for a minute. Again, take a look at your body, see where there's any tension, any tightness. How are you feeling now, between now and the time you come in? Take a deep breath in, exhale, and just relax. How's everyone doing?
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
That was nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, like I said, the whole idea is that if you're going to like, if you're going to do something, you might as well give it your all, because they always tell me no half stepping.
Mhm.
You know, if you're gonna practice, practice it. You don't have to practice a whole thing, a lot of things, but just little things at a time. You know, until it becomes second nature to you, and you move on to the next. You know, because every time you achieve something, you feel better about yourself.
True.
You know, that's the thing. I told the kids. You know, once a kid teaching kids do cartwheel, once they get it, oh my God, they're the happiest person that like they won the lotto. You know, like they won the lotto. You know, all right.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys.
Enjoy the beautiful day, the beautiful scenery and nature. And yeah, we'll have to plan this retreat, right?
Let me get up there.
Awesome.
All right, Shaka.
All right.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care. Thank you.
All right, Eric. Good to see you, man. All right, guys. Thanks for coming.